if you live with somebody who is constantly pulling you down, somebody who is reminding you of why you're not good enough and why it won't work, at some point you're going to start to believe it. It's the law of conformity.
I read an experiment that goes something like this. There were two groups and they were told to build pots. So they told the first group to build a perfect pot, a very nice and a perfect pot. And they told the other group to make as possible pots as they can. So what the second group did was, they was making several pots. They were making mediocre pots, very nice pots. At the end of the experiment, those who were told to make one perfect pot did very, very, very poorly, because they were trying to make a perfect pot. But the other group, who were told to make as many pots as they can to find a perfect pot, did a good job. How is the lesson? Get out there, make a video like I'm doing right now. Let's get together as a team, build large audience, find purpose, do several videos as we can, and get ourselves out there and make a change for ourselves. Because your future self depends on you. We are allowed to grow, we are allowed to mature, we are allowed to make mistakes. YouTube is no man's land. A lot of fear and doubt that we have come from the stories that we tell ourselves. Ever since we were young, we had a very poor academic performance. So we told ourselves certain stories that we are not good enough. People deserve the best. And these stories over time is the cause of our fear. Because I grew up having certain kind of fear and doubt. And I didn't know what exactly that fear was. So I sat down one time and I did an exercise I heard from a podcast about how and why I was afraid of putting myself out there and doing something for myself. And I realized it's the stories that we tell ourselves. It's the stories that we tell ourselves that we are not good enough. People should do it. People deserve their glory. We can't do anything at all. People deserve it. Steve Jobs once said, anything you see, anything you've ever heard of, any phone, any computer, any house, that dream job, that big YouTuber is done by human beings who are not extraordinary, who are just like you. But we tend to say, oh, there are exceptions to it. It's not anything that is done by any normal human being like ourselves. We tell ourselves we can't be that kind because they have that, they have this, we don't have that. But El Latimo once said, people with half your IQ are making 10x of you as you are, because they are not smart enough to doubt themselves. I saw this post from a friend's status and it really resonated with me, with my spirit. People with half your IQ are making 10x as you are because they're not smart enough to doubt themselves. I was like, wow, that is really, really true. So just start small. Just start with something that your mediocre mind will tell you this is not good enough. But allow yourself to grow. Don't let that perfectionist mindset paralyze you or hold you back from creating something great. Just start. Actions breed actions, inactions breed inactions. So all the comments that I got were coming from a place of love. But they were not thinking as I'm thinking. They're not thinking as we would like to think. Because they always watch these great YouTubers out there with the videos, everything solid. But they forget that these same YouTubers, if you scroll up to their oldest video, you'll see a mediocre video that they made. And they made several of these. And if you think about it, they are comparing your first day on a journey with somebody's 15 year on a journey. That is not being realistic. Or am I not making sense here? Look at the likes of Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has been doing YouTube for like more than 10 years. Marquez Brown, one of the biggest tech YouTubers out there. Ali Abdal, Mr. Who is the Boss. Like even Kojo Sheldon, even Mark Graham, like all these big YouTubers you know. Probably some of them started very nicely, but the majority of all the YouTubers you know. So whenever you watch a YouTube video or something, just scroll to their oldest video and see on a smaller note, and it became bigger and bigger. So if you don't want people to know where you are starting from at the moment, from what I've seen so far, don't tell them. If you are a pro like I am, and you don't want people to come to paralyze you, don't tell them. The world is a big world. Don't think if you don't tell your friends, they might not watch it, might not get views. No. Majority of the views that I got from my first video, you can check it out if you want, in the description, are not from the people I know. And sometimes I even wonder where you people come from. I really love you and I really appreciate you for supporting the boy. It makes me proud. At the moment it's even about to rain, but because of the love and the comments you guys showed me, I wanted to make the second video. Because of you, I'm sitting here with the drizzling rain filming the second video. Don't let critics that has not yet happened to you paralyze you of doing anything for yourself. And remember, your future self depends on you. Actions breed actions. Inactions breed inactions. If you start with something that is little mediocre, you are forced to make it better. But if you're always laid back, waiting for the heavens to open, for an angel to fall on your lap, you might never get anything done. Even before I filmed the second video, I was still afraid of this background, this setup. And I was like, Mervin, that's not you can do something better. And the critics that I am, how I criticize people of their works, all these voices nearly held me back from even doing this second video that I said I would be doing long ago. And it's been 2 weeks and about 3 days before I'm filming the second video that I said I would. And remember, no one really cares. No one really cares. After people tell you bad comments, what you eat, what you wear, where you sleep, they don't really care. They might seem to care in the moment about criticizing you. And remember, it is a journey, not a destination. People we surround ourselves with can impact us greatly. We tend to think we do stuff because that is what we want to do and that is who we are. But that is far from the truth. The truth is, if you surround yourself with people always giving you that kind of energy, that this won't work, you are not that guy. Not necessarily speaking it out loud, but by their actions and by the way they look at your videos and the comment they tell you, the reason why this won't work. I think this TED talk really puts it out well.
You can read all of the positive affirmations. You can stand in front of the mirror and say that you believe in yourself. But if you live with somebody who is constantly pulling you down, somebody who is reminding you of why you're not good enough and why it won't work, at some point you're going to start to believe it. That's the law of conformity. If you hang out with 9 recreational drug users, I've got news for you, you're most likely going to become the 10th. If you hang out with 9 positive people that look at life through the lens of how we can, not why we can't, that hold up a mirror for each other's greatness, to be midwives to each other's dreams instead of stealing them, you're likely going to become the 10th, or you'll leave the environment. It's the 95% law, the law of conformity. Huh?
I'll link some videos that really help me to overcome fear and self-doubt, and for that to be in the videos in the description box.
Distant rumble, tattered and scared. There's no way to make